I remember sitting in that cell before I got home, for a day before I got released, and just thinking that, man, it's time to execute my plans. Everything gonna fall into place. But the truth is, the battle had just begun. Um, it ain't gonna be that simple. Things ain't that simple. So I'm here to tell my story of reintegration from my perspective. 47 years old. I've been in and out of the system, man, since I was 14 years old, and setting up this channel. I got a story to tell. A lot of people know me, or know of me, but don't really don't know me. So this is my story, and it's just raw and uncut. Yeah, the first video is gonna be about me getting out. I just got home a couple years ago. I just want to, just tell my story about how things have been thus far. Yeah, I remember the night before I got out, man, just anticipated, man, time's really is real, man. It's gonna go, man. It's just so much things, so many thoughts running through my head, wondering how it's gonna be like. This is the moment I've been waiting on from day one. You're thinking about the day you get out of the penitentiary and how things gonna be. And I was excited, man. I really was really excited, but it's so much that I had to take on, and I'm wondering about. A lot of people I ain't seen. Then it's like being the last time. This is different. What's gonna make it? What's gonna be different this time? Seeing my mama first. The first time looking at my mama's eyes. And I'm like, I know she probably had her furs, and wondered like, man, I hope my son gonna do right this time. And me hoping, and just everything, man. There's a lot of emotions, man, floating around, back with mixed emotions. It's like just getting nervous, but then you're excited all at the same time. But it was a lot of things that's on my mind about what's gonna be like the first day getting out. So it's like I just will. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle mentally more than anything, because you have your hopes, you have your fears. It's like they walking together. They're on the same street, and I have to process through this stuff and make this experience, make this opportunity, make this. This is the time. It's showtime. And I've been down this road so many times to where I ask myself, man, what you gonna do this time to make all the other times feel like it's none of that matters anymore. But it do matter, because we make mistakes. I make mistakes. The same mistake over and over and over again. And so it's like cracking the code to a secret vault, man, into life and freedom, and just to being free. And when it all boils down to it, man, just being real, man, out of 47 years, I don't spend 22, 23 years incarcerated. And so it's like all I have is 10 years of experience in this free world since I was 13 years old. And that's saying something when you just really think about it, man. And it's like, damn, I don't know what normal is. I mean, I know what right and wrong is. I know the difference between right and wrong. But to be free and to stay free and to be successful and to make progress, what does it look like without the criminal aspect of it, without the street aspect of it? And it's a new territory to me. The first night, it was like, man, sitting in the room, and I was like, man, getting ready to meet everybody. Man, it kind of feel weird, to be honest with you, because it's like, man, you ain't sleep on that hard bunk. in the soft bed, and me, I getting to meet my mama, knew her husband, and just learning the house rules, and I just want to do it. I just want to do everything right. Not want to be no burden or no weird. Don't want to cause don't bring no stress to nobody. So I'm just happy, and everybody happy, and I know Mama, she was happy, and I could feel it. I could feel her energy. I could feel the energy, and it's like, damn. It was encouraging and inspiring, but the responsibility fell back on me. It was all about. I was going to determine my moves is going to determine everything. It's like everybody going to react off of me. So I can't stay mindful of everything. Try to be mindful of everything that I was doing. I met my nieces, just to see them for the first time, man, that was something. You know what I'm saying? That was something. My little nephew, man. So that was a real, it's just responsibilities, man. It's how, if it's one word that I can think of, is responsibilities, and not having no attitude to shirk away from my responsibilities, but a motivation and give me encouragement to handle my responsibilities. It's good and it's fun and it's fulfilling. But then again, like I say, I'm free now. I'm free to do what I want to do and make my decisions. But I got to make sure every decision that I make from here on out, they got to be meaningful. They got to be fulfilling. They can't be selfish. And I remember when I was in a changes class when I was locked up, and the teacher told us, he said, man, your family, don't expect your family to just embrace you wholeheartedly, because we've been here before. You don't got out before. They don't have their hopes up. They don't put their faith in you, and you don't let them down by reoffending, going back to jail. And then it got out, and it happened again. Then it happened again. Then it happened again. So it's like, it's a humbling experience, man. But I understand that, hey, man, you got to earn. I was ready to earn. I'm still ready. Now I'm a little bit more encouraged, because I like, man, I don't reach my 2-year mark. I ain't never been out 2 years. This is as long as I ever been out in life. So it's like, man, I got this. I can do this, man. I can do this, man. I just gotta stay focused, get my family involved with the process. You know what I'm saying? And when they get involved with it, that's motivation for me. On that inside, the inside part of me that need that. You know what I'm saying? I tell the mama the other day, like, man, mama, I need y'all. I need y'all more than y'all need me. I need y'all. I need to know that. I need y'all to know that I'm serious and I'm ready. I need y'all to know that, man, I ain't out here in these streets tripping. No, I don't deal with the backfalls a little bit, but I got myself. I'm still here, and I'm in good standing with my parole officer. I ain't hopeful employment is gainful employment is still, it's still something that I'm dealing with. But hey, man, I could actually see I could see light for the first time all my life, man. I'm finally, it's like I'm believing in myself again, and there's more to my life than just in them streets. Being 50, you know what I'm saying? That ain't me no more, man. He's in me, but I'm not him no more. So yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first went to report, I met my parole officer, and I had worried, like, damn, is he gonna be cool? Is he gonna be, what's up? What he gonna do? How he gonna be? But he was a level-headed guy, and once he laid out my parole stipulations and stuff like that, and sometimes that's a challenge for people getting out. In the past, it has been a challenge because you want to have a building a relationship with your parole officer because this is the person that holds your freedom in his hand or her hand. So I paid attention to detail when it came to that. So once he laid down his expectations of me, and then I was like, cool. I just doing what I got to do to stay free and meet his requirements. And I liked it. And I liked it. I liked the relationship that we developed. And like I say, man, here it is 2 years later, man. And yeah, I'm glad that I had the person that I had for parole officer because, like I say, he was encouraging, he was understanding, he was real very considerate, and I was considerate too. I had to be considerate of his position. So yeah, I met that head on and did what I had to do, kept my head above the water and stayed moving forward. So getting a job for me, getting a job was a big thing to me because I come from that lifestyle of getting fast money and stuff, and so I want a job that's gonna pay me good and all that, and I really don't want to work hard to get it. So yeah, I ended up getting a job. My cousin, he helped me find a good job driving trucks, street sweepers trucks, and so it was a cool job. I liked it, just getting paid to basically just ride around. And man, I remember I lost that job. I was devastated. I'm talking. I was devastated. I made a mistake. It was honest. It was an honest mistake, but nevertheless, it cost me my job, and I got fired because it was part of the safety. It was a safety violation, what it was, and the disappointment that came from that, that not only to myself but to my family, that they damn, oh shit, he done lost his job, and I'm like, damn, them checks was good, easy money, but now I was faced with a challenge of what do I do now? Do I use this as an excuse to go back to doing what I was doing, what I know how to do all too well? Well, not too well, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, man. I can't let this be my last, I can't let this be the reason that I regurgitate back to that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's something to really take into heart. Gainful employment and holding that job you gotta hold that job so tight to you to where don't nothing else matter. Doing what's expected of you on that job when nobody is looking, all that stuff matter because I have to learn that I have to overcome a mindset that I had. It's a criminal mindset to where feeling as though, oh, this ain't nothing. Oh, this ain't it. But everything means something. It ain't no easy road. It's not. I wish it was, but it's not no easy. There's no one easy way to go. Change is hard, man. Change is challenging, but you have to really, really want to do it. You gotta want to do it. Hey man, but I had to accept the fact that I created everything that I'm going through, and I have to man up and deal with it, the consequences of my actions. And it don't matter how it feels. I mean, my feelings is not important to that. It's what's the truth is. The truth is, you find obstacles in life. There's gonna be obstacles. There's gonna be challenges. There's gonna be things don't go the way you expect them to go. But what are you gonna do? What you gonna do then? Now, that you don't come to this point. You have to push through these barriers and hop over these obstacles, and you have to keep focused on the game, on the app, the what's the what you striving for. That got to be on things you focus on. My main thing was staying free. That was my number one go-to for my decisions that I make, man. Staying free. I'm gonna stay free. I'm not going back to jail, man. I ain't going back to jail. No matter what, I ain't going back. So I lost that job, and hey, man, all I could do was just try to look for another one. You know what I'm saying? Try to win my good grace with my supervisor and get back on the other job. Get back on that job that I had. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? I went through that phase, and yeah. So getting a good job, man. It's just getting a good job. There's a lot of jobs out there available for the higher felons and stuff like that. But I have issues. I have health issues, like physical issues that keep me from having certain jobs that I may want, but I can't have. But I can't let that be no excuse to just say, well, man, I got this, so I got to deal with this, so I can't. That ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? I got to still stay free and do what's best for me. If it's struggling and whatever, I struggle. I ain't tripping. I struggle, but I'm gonna be free struggling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be locked up. I'm not gonna just take the easy road no more because it's so easy to take. And it's like you can just feel it. You can just feel it I feel it tugging at me every day. Every day it tugs at me like, come on. I can hear the game calling on my name. I can hear it. But I know that behind that smile is really a sneer. And it ain't for my benefit. You know what I'm saying? And I know all I can see is picture myself back in jail. The relationships that's gonna be severed, I can't. No, absolutely not. I ain't willing to accept that. Hell no. So I gotta do what I got to do to keep free and keep building myself and building a relationship that mean most to me, man. And that's what everybody got to do. That's what you got to do, man. You got to care enough about them people that you hurt. I mean, my sister told me a long time ago, she said, the people that love you the most, you hurt the most. Man, that's something to chew on, man. And that's some big shit, man. And, hey, man, I don't want to hurt them. I refuse to hurt them people no more. People that I love the most, I ain't hurting them no more. I'm not. I ain't hurting them no more. So I have to, it's like I say, it's selfless. I have to put myself to the side and build on what matters the most, man. Because like I say, man, I have a responsibility in my relationships with people that I love and care about. And that is staying free and making right decisions in life now. I can't think like that no more, the way I used to think. But that mindset is always there, ready to toss me into the abyss of the same shit. Nah, I ain't going with that no more, man. I ain't going with that no more. Well, that's it. That's it for now. And that's so much, man. There's so much I got to share with y'all, man. This is gonna be a journey. I got 7. I called it 7 chapters, telling y'all my life, man. It's a long story, and I know I identify. There's so many people out there that I know a lot of y'all identify with me, with my struggle and my challenges, man. And so y'all get ready, cause it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be enlightening, illuminating. So I hope that y'all ready for it. So I'm ready. I want to hear back from y'all and tell me what y'all think. It's so many people out there. It's so many of y'all that know me. Lord knows, there's so many of y'all that know me, and a lot of y'all is gonna be in part of this story because, hey man, yeah. So hit this. Y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Comments. Come on with the comments. I know it's gonna be good and it's gonna be bad. I ain't tripping. It's all part of growth to me, man. So it's all palms up. I'm palms up with this here. So I welcome all y'all input, comments, and whatever you got to say. Questions. I answer questions, whatever, man. And let's roll, man. I wanted to be engaged with my community, and y'all are the community.